the number 2 seed from China, up against the number 7 seed Cheng Chieh from Taipei.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match on court is the women's singles final. Please welcome from Chinese Taipei, the number 7 seed, Cheng Chieh.
Well, the 25-year-old from Taipei, Cheng Chieh, what a moment for her. Her semi-final victory over Juliana Schenk was absolutely sensational. Who would have thought at the start of the week she would be contesting the gold medal?
And please welcome her opponent from China, the number 2 seed, Wang Yihan.
Wang Yihan of China. Well, a year ago, she was the number 1 seed, crashed out in the 3rd round. But yesterday, against her teammate Wang Xin, 2 straight games. And I have to say, she's been getting better and better as the tournament goes on, but perhaps a little bit worrying. We know about the knee injury, but there seems to be a thigh injury as well. I don't think there was strapping there yesterday. Always wears the back support. So, our umpire, Chieh Karapat of Thailand, toss of the coin. Well, just got a glimpse there of the height difference between these 2 players, and I can tell you it is considerable. 20 centimetres difference. Well, world ranking of 2, but she has been as high as 1 from October 2009 until September 2010. And a win-loss for the record for the year is not at all bad, is it? Only 3 losses, and that translates into 4 finals. 3 titles, the Korean, the Asian Badminton Championships and the Indonesian Super Series as well. Well, she was pushed all the way in the 3rd round against the number 11 seed, the 2-time reigning world junior champion, Intanan Ratchanok of Thailand. Dropped the opening game there, but apart from that, she's been very impressive. Mentioned for Final Yihan in the quarterfinal. That was her 6th consecutive quarterfinal at World Championships, and seeing she come back from injury, but was no match for Wang Yihan. Against Wang Xin, the silver medalist from last year, the number 3 seed. Well, as you saw, 21-14, 21-15 in just 41 minutes of play. So to Cheng Chieh, number 7 seed, although she's dropped to number 8 in the world ranking. And this year, well, she won in Canada, beating Final Yihan in the final. 10 tournaments this year, 3 semi-finals, as well as that victory in Canada prior to these World Championships. And just look at that. That is astonishing. All of her matches in 2 straight games, including quarter-final against the number 1 seed, Wang Shixian. Well, to beat the world number 1, Wang Shixian, bronze medalist from a year ago in 2 straight games in that quarter-final, and then in the semi-final against Juliana Schenk, I thought Cheng Chieh was outstanding. That 2nd game, 21-6. As we look at Chieh Karapat of Thailand, our umpire, and Chieh from Italy, our service judge. Well, since China have been contesting these World Championships in badminton, only twice have they failed, not won the women's singles.
Must have been Susie Susanti.
Susie Susanti and, of course, Camilla Martin.
Yep.
In Copenhagen in 1999, and Susie Susanti won in Birmingham in 1993. And I have to say, Morten, the height difference between these two athletes is astonishing. 20 centimetres difference. This lady, 158, that's just over 5'2".
Yeah.
But her movement yesterday in the semi-final, you and I watched that, and it was just extraordinary. But what really strikes me more than anything with Cheng Chieh is her racket skills.
Yeah, she can defend most, and her technique makes sure that she can get away. She can really get out of trouble well. But obviously that's what she needs, you know.
First ever player from Chinese Taipei to be in a final of a World Championship.
Wang Yihan to serve. Love all, play.
Well, this is the fourth meeting between these two players. My goodness, isn't this the most important for both players? Their first ever World Championship final. First time either of them have a chance of the gold. Of course, it will surprise many people that Cheng Chieh already has a World Championship medal, bronze, when she was unseeded in Anaheim in 2005.
It must have been a major surprise six years ago.
Yeah, it was.
2-love.
But of course, all the pressure is on Wang Yihan. She's won their 3 previous encounters, all in 2 straight games. Last time was earlier this year at the Asian Badminton Championships. She looks nervous, doesn't she, Wang Yihan?
Yeah, she's got to shake the nerves here in the beginning.
Juliana Schenk, who of course lost out to Cheng Chieh in yesterday's semi-final. Yeah, good aggressive play from the 25-year-old. Of course, both of these players former World Junior champions.
Yes. Yeah, but what a good start by Cheng. That's what you dream of when you walk on court, to have a start like this. That's nice.
Yes, and that's the sort of attacking shots that Wang Yihan is going to try and employ as much as possible.
Yeah.
Using her height, very steep angles. Oh, that's delightful. What a super shot, just guiding it across court.
5-1.
And it really is a remarkable resurgence in form, isn't it, from Cheng Chieh, who 3 years ago, after the Olympic Games, was so dispirited with her performance after being thrashed 21-1, 21-9 by the eventual silver medalist. Returned back home, refused to talk to anyone, wouldn't talk to her coach, locked herself in her room, wouldn't.
I think it's a fantastic story.
Yeah, dropped out of the world's top 100. Fights her way back.
She must have been so disappointed with herself.
But of course, Wang Yihan has had her problems too. I mean, last year she wasn't selected for the Asian Games. Head coach Lee Yongbo so disappointed with her performance at the World Championships in Paris, where she was the #1 seed. In fact, 3 times last year she lost in the last 16 when being the #1 seed. And then, of course, she lost to the top Korean player in the Yuba Cup final. And head coach Lee Yongbo said, "You
Lost patience."
Yep, he said, "You've got to prove yourself again. You may be world #1, but I'm not selecting you." Well, since then, Wang Yihan has been incredible. Yeah, need to change that racket. This is her 10th tournament since being dropped, and her 7th final.
Win finals.
How do you see this game developing? Do you see any tactics that one of the players is trying to employ?
Yeah, I think we've seen signs of it already. Yihan obviously wants to be on the attacking side, try to finish the rallies. I'm not saying quickly, but adding on a lot of pressure due to her so much larger physique. And on the other hand, I think for Cheng, it's a matter of keeping the rallies going, sapping the energy out of Yihan in the sense that her attack is getting weaker. And then obviously play the clever game as she does. All her favorite shots have to work. She's got a very nice drop shot from her round her head straight. That can sap a lot of energy. The net play can also be a vital role in this. So it all depends, as what we had in the men's singles. If we got such a good match and both players played completely up to standard, we can have the same here and we will have a fantastic match.
Yeah. Incredible drop shot from Wang Yihan.
But that's what Cheng have to try to avoid, losing rallies like this. Win one or two of them and get the confidence in doing the long rallies would help her a lot. That's a drop shot there.
And again.
One more time, yeah. Yeah. But she must win this one.
Well, she weathered the storm, did Wang Yihan. Under a lot of pressure in that rally.
Yeah, and then coming out on top on the third. I know it was a slice shot. The first one was good, the second one not so good, the third one it was red.
Yeah. Real character is Chieh.
Yihan has definitely shaken off the nerves. Is playing her game. Oh, that's very clever play. That is so neat. That attacking clear is very good. So the deep forehand corner opening everything up.
Yes, it was played.
That one there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
How she's going to sap that in her legs.
Yes, it was played with disguise as well, wasn't it? As fast.
Very, very good. And that's the sort of play Cheng have to do the whole time, because that's keeping the long rallies going, sapping the energy, and then the attack of Yihan is getting weaker.
Yeah, good movement. Do you think that Chieh is the fitter of the two athletes then?
No, I'm not saying she's the fitter, but it's the chance.
Yeah.
Good play by Yihan.
Service over.
Yeah, the control of the net area in women's singles becoming almost as important as it is in men's singles as the game develops. No, it's gone wide.
Service
It is
ball,
remarkable, though, Morton, when you
9-8.
look at Cheng Chieh's tournament results, 3 career titles, and that's in the lower tier event of Grand Prix events, not even a Super Series final.
No. But this week she has really risen above herself, I think. And she's a gutsy player. And when she plays as well as this, I think you can say that the hall is a little bit, the stadium or whatever we call it, is a little bit slow. And it suits her game because she can sort of get out of trouble. And her defense is obviously better when you're playing in a slow hall. Hard for the opponent to hit it and get it down.
Yeah, well, she's going to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage. What an excellent start for Cheng Chieh. Just 10 minutes of play. Well, pressure can do funny things to athletes. It's such a big part of sport, isn't it?
Yeah, but especially in a sport like badminton, that requires such accuracy.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know what to say, but it's not one of these really physical games and where it's all about power and pace. This is and another angle to it is the skills. It have to be so accurate at the same time.
The Chinese coaching team, including Cheng Ning.
As I said earlier, you have to combine fast legs, steady hand, and a cool brain.
Yeah.
There are 3 elements you have to combine.
11-8. Play.
And if ever there was a player who had that, it's her coach, Cheng Ning.
Yes.
Well, whether she's been able to pass that experience on. Oh, that's short.
Yeah, but better than playing the net.
And then indecision from Wang Yihan, costing her dear.
It's a better shot. You look, Yihan, she was moving way into the net. So even though the backhand was short, it was a better choice.
Service ball, 9-12.
Well, as you were pointing out, that's one of her favourite shots, but she really didn't get in balance on that one, did she?
No, she was very unhappy too. It's going out.
Golden opportunity missed.
Yihan is scraping everything over. Very good rally by Cheng. She can't believe it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think I've ever seen a match where she hasn't had a dive at some point.
I think we're going to see a few. Fantastic. That's a very good recovery, that one. It's a bit slow to get up.
Thank you.
She certainly doesn't lack effort, does she?
No.
11.
It would be on bleeding knees.
Yeah, in fact, I remember at the World Championships in Paris, absolutely extraordinary. She literally, her blisters on her feet, she had blood on her socks, effort she went through. Oh, that's super, isn't it?
She's looking at her hands. I think her
11.
finger is probably bruised on when she threw herself on the court last time.
Yes, maybe the elbow too.
Yeah, it's burning sensation.
That watch on her wrist is almost as big as she is.
Yeah, I noticed it. That's
Well wide.
14. 11.
Is that a reflection of the mental state of Wang Yihan?
Service over.
We've been talking all week,
14.
Morgan, about this player, Yihan, and her potential because of
Yes.
her athletic ability, her willingness to go for her shots, and in a way very different from the other Chinese players, the other highly seeded Wang Shouxian and Wang Xin, who are very much runners
Yes.
on court.
Yeah, she's got more physique. She's playing a better attacking game. But I would add on to it that her willingness to fight and to run is actually really good. She's not only relying on big shots and okay, that's it. If needs be, she's there, she's working.
Oh, it's a super net shot.
Cheng has to watch out now. She's got to watch out on that net play because she's losing the net. She played a few into the net and this one is coming over, but it's too easy to play a good net shot on it. So she's got to watch out now.
So level, 14 all. Well, I think Cheng Chieh very, very aware that if the net shot isn't just about perfect, is going to get punished because she's made a couple of errors now on the net play, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So for the first time in this opening game, Wang Yihan goes into the lead.
Played it down the line.
So the lift cross court was the wrong choice of shot.
Yes.
That one.
Too much court to cover.
Yeah. Well, this is a run of 5 straight points from 11-14 adrift. Well, I'm just wondering, just as you said in the commentary for the men's singles, you said if Lee Chong-wei was really going to have a chance, he had to win the opening game.
Yeah.
I just sense that's the same scenario as far as Cheng Chieh.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
She had a good start, and I'm not saying she's throwing it away, but Yihan is playing well, and it seems that Cheng cannot stop her.
14.
Zhang Ning. Well, it's now 7 straight points. As far as Chieh Chieh is concerned, she's got to stop this run. Got to stop it now. That's wide. Yeah.
19-14.
This is the decisive move from the former world number 1. No. 9 straight points. And now 6 game points. Missed it.
Service over. 15-20. Wang Yihan. Wang Yihan.
And the umpire telling Wang Yihan, get ready.
Good attack on the serve.
That's nice.
Yeah, see, that's much better. It's going out. It's bad luck, but the angle, everything was correct.
Yeah. But that run of 9 straight points from 11-14 down made all the difference. And it's the number 2 seed, Wang Yihan, that takes the opening game, 21-15. Well, off comes the strapping on the knees of Chieh Chieh. Why would she do that in the middle of a match?
Do something differently.
So it's purely a psychological thing?
Yeah, in many ways, I think. So, but it's interesting to see, if I'm not mistaken, the match yesterday against Juliana Cheng was down quite a lot in the first set, caught up and won the set, and won the second set very easy. Whether that's going to happen again here, just reversed, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. So Chieh Chieh, now without the strapping on her knees, or just under the knees. That was probably, is it tendinitis, patellar tendinitis?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
20 seconds.
And what happened in those 9 points, Morton? I mean, that run from 11-14 down, as far as Wang Yihan was concerned, did she suddenly start to play better, or was there a problem? Chieh Chieh started to make 1 or 2 errors.
She made the errors, and I think she lost the net.
Second game.
Does she dare to get that back? Is that what she's got to recapture?
She has to get it.
Well, we've seen so many net cords today.
Yeah.
First of all, in the women's doubles final. And in the men's singles. And there's another. It's gone wide. Yeah, and the body language now of Chieh Chieh, a little concerning as far as her fans are concerned, a little shake of the head.
Yeah, it's the mistakes are coming a little bit too easily, I think. And I also think the fact that Cheng has not been able to score points. She's not got one of her smashes down. No, I'm not saying one, but she seldomly get one down. And that means she's got to work very hard for her points.
Service over, 1-2.
Well, it's not surprising she struggles to penetrate with her attacking play, her smashes. But I do think that, you know, she's got to wait for the right one. In the early stages, she was playing some beautiful drops, getting Wang Yihan out of position, and then that's when she would go for the winner. Whereas I think she stopped really sort of commanding the rally and dictating the pace and waiting for the opening.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Service over, 3-1.
Going out.
4-1.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the net cord, first of all.
5-1.
Wang Yihan did well to control it. And then Chieh just putting her racket up to try and intercept, and in fact she did.
Oh, I think
6-1.
this match is over quite soon, I'm afraid to say.
One match too far for Chieh.
She's such a spirited player, and I think she's lost a little bit of heart, and that's such a big part of her game.
Yeah.
That's it. That's much better. That's it. I just said it, and then she's just proving me wrong, which I think is really nice.
Yeah. I mean, what players have to be very careful about, you know, if you're not expected to do so well in a tournament. Good attacking play from Yihan. You know, you're so almost delighted that you've exceeded expectations, and the job's not done yet.
You're too happy.
You're too happy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Too content.
Thumbs up from Zhang Ning. Going wide, yep. Well, because Wang Yihan is an adventurous player, there's always an opportunity that she will make one or two errors in a match, and therefore you have to stick with it. You have to keep fighting.
Yes. Your break can come. Here we've seen 2 mistakes in a row.
4-7.
Especially mistakes on return of serves.
Yeah.
They're neat to get. Sometimes when you're standing there serving, you just wish they make a mistake.
Yeah, she's going to have to put disguise on her drop shots.
Yeah, too slow.
Yeah, Wang Yihan reading that, taking it early. Delightful little block. She doesn't want to get embroiled in the flat, fast exchanges. because Wang Yihan absolutely brilliant at that.
Got good power.
Service over 5-9.
Oh, she desperately needs to close the gap before the mid-game interval. There's Cheng, Shao, Chieh.
That's it. That's good power. Slightly disguised, smash down the line.
10-5.
Try to look at the racket. Yeah.
Service over 6-10.
The quality here in the early stages of the second game has not been as high as what I could have expected. Too many mistakes from both players. Good net play.
7-10.
Shuttle deflected by hitting the top of the tape. Oh, goodness me. Wow, something a little bit different.
Definitely. Cheng is playing with very good patience at the moment, waiting for her chances, coming with some of the disguised shots we know she can do.
Well, I think the umpire beginning to lose patience with the amount of time that Wang Yihan is taking in between rallies. That's a good angle. And it means that Wang Yihan has a 3-point advantage in the game interval. Well, it was the same scoreline in the opening game, but in favour of Cheng. I just feel that Cheng Xiaoxie perhaps running out of ideas.
Yeah.
A couple of things she's tried have come back with interest.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, it's hard for her to find the way, but she's got to fight on and keep the long rallies going, I think, in order for Yihan to make some of the mistakes, and obviously also in order for her to find the right attacking opportunities. She won't get any easy points.
Well, the world women's singles title, to be honest, Morton, in the last few years, it's been a bit of a poison challenge, hasn't it? Because
yes.
You had Zhu Lin in Kuala Lumpur. She's disappeared off the scene, didn't she, having beaten the Hong Kong player in the final. And then, of course, Lulan won in Hyderabad. And she seemed to disappear off the scene soon after that, although it's lovely to see that she's back in some tournament play. And then
But not at that same standard as what she had before.
No, exactly. Oh!
Is that coming over?
That's just extraordinary. How did she get that back? Remarkable.
It's situations like this that makes the difference in a match. Winning stuff like that.
Incredible.
You're well on your way.
And of course, we should mention the world champion from Paris a year ago, Wang Lin. Very next tournament she played, she ruptured her anterior cruciate ligament. And
yeah, so don't win.
oh, that's great play, and so is that.
And again with a net pull.
Yeah.
You know, it could have gone into the net. It's really well played. That's not it. But look at the next one here. Clips the tape.
Yeah, and she really didn't have to make it that tight, did she?
No. But that's, you know, on the good days, it's over and everything is perfect. On the bad days, in the net. It makes your day.
Well, time is running out for Cheng Chieh. Oh, that was going wide.
It was. See, even that, guessing that one, it's hard for Cheng to find the gap.
Because the lift was desperately short because of the quality of the net play from Cheng. This one.
It's the previous one.
Yeah.
Service over, 15-9.
She's been very positive. You have to give credit to Wang Yihan. After that very nervous start, she really has commanded the rallies, being proactive.
Oh, wow.
It's a good rally.
Cheng is desperately under pressure.
Yes.
Everything she's scraping.
17-9.
Yeah, and this is the thing, even with her fighting spirit, Cheng Chieh, you have to look in that rally, and as it was in progress, I sort of thought, well, how is she going to win the rally?
Exactly. Where is she going to score the points? Apart from the fact if Yihan makes a mistake.
Precisely. Oh, that was going out.
Yeah. Yihan is taking
Service over, 10,
no chances.
17.
Same smash again. Slightly reversed. Straight down the line. And creates yet another winner.
3 points away from the world crown.
Yeah, they will come.
She's not judging that sideline at all, is she, Wang Yihan? But as you say, not taking chances.
And it's also where the drift can keep it in. So yes, she's not taking any chances whatsoever. And you know, you can't blame her. She's on top, she's in control. Why take any chances? A lot of players can learn a lot from that. But again, it's good of Yihan. Look at that. She's fighting and fighting and fighting and scraping it. When she's out of control, she's still getting them back.
Yes, incredible retrieving. Gutsy performance. Yeah. And she's earned herself 10 championship points. Great aggression. Well, she's been threatening to win the major for a few years now, as Wang Yihan, #1 seed a year ago, failed to convert. But here in London in 2011, she's translated that talent and potential into solid result of being the world champion. 21-15, 21-10 the scoreline. "41 minutes of play, and in the end, she was a better player today and thoroughly deserves the gold medal." Well, it was a bit of a nervous start, wasn't it? 1-6 down in that opening game. Levelled it at 6-all, and from that moment on, in all honesty,
never look back.
Yeah. Well, her 4th title.
She had that
year.
yesterday as well, that thigh support.
Well, I wonder if Lee Yongbo now thinks that she has indeed proved herself.
You never know.
Well, she has in my book.
Yeah.
But what a wonderful week for Cheng Chieh. But it never really happened for her today, did it?
No, she did not have the weapons, I think. She couldn't penetrate, she couldn't score points. And whatever she was trying, there were not enough points in it. It was too difficult.
Well, we've had 3 finals at this World Championships now, and all 3 titles going China's way. Had a clean sweep of titles a year ago in Paris at the World Championships of 2010. They have chances in the next 2 finals as well.
Yep.
Well, the elation, the moment of victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Yonex BWF World Badminton Championships, London 2011, for the women's singles.
Well, the players step forwards for the medal ceremony. the bronze medalists step forward
The bronze
as
medal
well.
and officials' commemorative medals will be presented by Derek Batchelor, Chairman of Badminton England. The silver medal will be presented by Ian Edmondson, Head of Major Events for London and Partners. And the gold medal and champagne will be presented by Paisang Rangsakitpo, Deputy President of the BWF. Receiving commemorative medals are officials from Thailand, umpire Jitirat Tanyuakarapats. And service judge from Italy, Andrea Chiappini.
Of Badminton England. And mementos for the court officials. Great honour for the court officials to officiate a World Championship final.
The winner of the bronze medal from China, Wang Cheng.
Wang Xin, silver medalist a year ago in these World Championships, has to settle for bronze this time. But what a wonderful tournament for Juliana Schenk, the German. Third time that Germany have won a bronze medal in the women's singles discipline. I should, of course, say third player, because, of course, Zhu Weiwen of Germany won 2 bronze medals, as indeed did Overzia.
The winner of the silver medal from Chinese Taipei, Cheng Chieh.
Well, she created history today, the first ever badminton player from Chinese Taipei to be in a final of a World Championships. She was a bronze medalist in Anaheim in 2005. Has gone one better this year in London. But in all honesty, in today's final,
And the
this
winner
came up
of the
shy.
gold medal and the Yonex BWF Badminton World Champion 2011 from China, Wang Yihan.
But this year, the number 2 seed, Wang Yihan of China, expected to win gold a year ago, couldn't achieve it, but here in Wembley has done just that. Her first ever World Championship medal.
Ladies and
Former world
gentlemen,
number
please will
one.
you stand
What
for the national
a proud
anthem
moment.
of China.
An emotional Wang Yihan, put under severe pressure by head coach Lee Yongbo since her unexpected defeat in the World Championships last year. Well, he said, you've got to prove yourself again. She's more than proved herself this week here in Wembley, and you just look at the height difference between the tall Wang Yihan and the beaten finalist. Well, she's had a tournament she will remember, but today just simply couldn't make it happen. Cheng Chieh, though, of Taipei, has done her country proud. Three finals, 3 gold medals so far to China.
Switzerland, Evo Castle.